Hello everyone, this is Jim from International Camera Techs. Today we have a Hasselblad, nice 500 cm. The customer wants me to go over it. It's been a while since it's been serviced. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but we are going to strip it down, clean everything, re-lube it, make this thing run for another 20, 30 odd years. Okay, so I'm not going to do the lens today, I'm not going to do the magazine. And I'll break this video into little videos, so we can you can look at one part and then later look at another. So we'll go ahead and get the lens off. It's out of size since we're not working on it. Magazine doesn't need to be there. Get that off, and then we can go ahead and start disassembling. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the finder and the prism. It's got a weird prism. Sorry, Fresnel. Get this Fresnel out of here. Oh, I see. It's got a grid screen on there. Put it here. Set it off where it's safe. Okay, so first of all, on a Hasselblad 500 cm, it seems to be working. It's pretty much making Hasselblad sounds. I don't really see anything too bad there. Pretty loud they are. So we're going to go ahead and start taking a few parts off. So I like to jam this open, just put it in lock. After pushing B, you can go in there and get this plate off, get the screw that's down inside there. I have a nice little screwdriver, easy reach. You screw out. Plate, done. Side one, get off here. They come off much easier and they go back on. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. Okay. Plate fell off, plate's out. Put it aside. Okay, release the mirror back down. Boom. Go ahead and start taking this bottom off. There's some type of film on this. I think he did it for protection, the customer did. And it's gonna have to go. Left a bunch of junk behind. Can't put that back on, so it has to be thrown away. All right, so before we start tackling that, let's go ahead and get this winding system off. Pull the button, rotate it, off it comes. We got a little screw right here, needs to come off. No big deal. Round nose pliers, strong round nose pliers. Take this off, the screw comes off, spacer underneath it. Dial comes off. There's a spacer underneath it if it falls out. This always goes towards front, these two. So it'll be in this section. It's always going to go here, not here. So that's out. Bottom screws can be tight. Bear down on them. All right. I don't think this goes loose all the way. All right. Everybody comes out. If you're wondering, they're nice long screws. Hold everything together. Two more for this plate. It can be tight, it can be loose, or not too tight. Nothing's really loose. Alright, plate comes up. There, keyed. Can't go that way, gotta go that way. Voila. Time to get everything, push the body out. No big deal. There's a housing. Okay, so housing comes out. Release button tends to fall off at some point. And this is the key. It pushes the release lock. Boom, boom. Nylon. Don't have to lube it, but if you want to, whoop-de-doo. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take apart the rest of this. Someone's been into it. That's not factory. It's got a little excess on oil. But overall, it's pretty clean. To me, I like a little more grease on my, especially my wear areas, like here, under here. Someone was very minimum with the grease. I like a little bit more. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and take that side off. First thing I like to do, and because my fingers always catch this little guy right here. I don't know if you can see him very well. Fingers always catch that thing. They get bent over, you straighten it, it gets bent over again, next thing you know it breaks. So I just go ahead and just take it off. So it's that little screw. And it's going to go with the release button, so when I put all that stuff in, I see that and I don't forget to put it in. Nothing like taking it all, putting it all together and you realize you left that out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull the plate off here. We'll pull the mechanism out. We're going to pull this whole front out. So we'll get it down, we clean it all up, put it all back together, and the customer's going to be nice and happy. All right, so this bar here, no other way to come out. Lift up, slide over, pops out. I'll show you how to put it back in later. Okay, take spring off too. All right, so I can go any direction really. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take off the spring right here. And I'm gonna jump this spring up. There, he's out. That one's off, goes to that post, that wraps around there. Take the E-ring off. You notice I've used 2 fingers. If you don't use 2 fingers, you're going to be hunting for an E-ring. That comes out. It is actually a very nice looking camera. So we'll go through, where do we want to go next? I guess we could take him off. Let's take the braking system off. It can be tight, it can be a pain. Sometimes the screw just does not want to move. It just all depends on if someone's been in here or not. Take that. Oh, no, no, no. All right, so kind of a little bit in trouble here. See if I can rescue this. I don't think so. What you don't want is this spring to hop out. And this spring has decided it wants to hop out on me. This spring hops out, which I think this one will. It's such a pain to put these things back. And I don't know why it hopped out, which means that probably whoever is into it probably bent the spring and is putting pressure as soon as I release the screw. Well, we're gonna try and keep it in there for now, and I'll get that later. I don't want to be fussing and farting with this system while I'm trying to show you how to take it apart. Yeah, I'm in trouble on that one. Oh well. Okay, so yeah, things don't always go, and that can be a real pain to get back down correctly. I do not like this spring. So anyway, just leave it. All right, we're going to go ahead and take this guy out. Let me get the mirror up here. Okay, so we got a bunch of wonderful stuff inside. I don't know if we can really see that very well with the lights, but we'll see it here in a sec. See if we can get a little more light down in there. So you got the mirror cam system sitting up in there. You got a spring. Lots of wonderful stuff up in there. So this through screw right here will go to the shaft on inside. Okay, take that off. Yeah, that's that spring right there. I don't know if I can see it. We'll be seeing it in a second. So let me do this. We'll go ahead and release the tension on this curtain. sorry, get this guy going here. Go ahead and pop this back up. Yep, okay. So this guy has no more tension on it. A little bit, see my spring? Spring just popped out, so I'm gonna have to rewind that. Nice, I hate that. And figure out why it popped up in the first place. You never know what you're gonna find in a Hasselblad. Okay, spring comes off. Standoff spacer. Lever comes up. On the brake spring, I really try not to have this pop out. It's just, yeah, one of the things I always look for, but I just couldn't do it on this one. So we got that, Gonna go ahead and now we have to drive the inside, get all the levers, push that back down, everything starts to fall. And it's loose enough that I can start taking everything else out. All right. Yep. Okay. Now, go ahead and do is I'd start this guy up in here. So conical, sits flush. Again, corner. This one with the L bracket on it. Go up to the top. Okay. Now I'm getting close to that. So what I like to do, start taking this front out. I know this front's coming out. You don't have to take this mechanism with taking the front off, but it's so much easier. Actually, I think you do. I'll take that mark back. Trim the bottom. Two on that side, one on the bottom, two on this side, two on the top. Tops are a little bit different. They are kind of a little flatter. They don't have such a tall size screw head on the top. Put that slightly off to the side so I don't get them mixed up. Okay. Some people do, some people don't. I like to put a little scribe mark where these two gears go together. Gets me in the ballpark. I don't always use the scribe marks 100%, but it definitely gets me in the ballpark. Okay, so I get my thumb tightly on this gear. I'm pulling out. I have to wiggle past the casing, and it comes out. And this guy will untension. 3 to 4 turns on this guy, so there's a lot of force on the spring. So this guy comes out. It's actually got nice seals. Boy, I tell you what, this thing's actually in pretty good shape. So that screws out. That's the long one there. These two here are long. To scribe just for fun. That gives me a mark where this can line up. Just helps me. Just makes things go quicker. Don't have to. Maybe it looks a little amateurish if I do that, but just makes things go together so much quicker. All right, so the whole plate should be loose. It's gonna come up. Things are gonna fall out. It's a lock system. Whoops, get the, okay. This guy wants to shove back down. Loose, loose, barn doors are loose. Voila, okay, system out. Yeah, yeah, okay. Mirror up spring sitting in here. Let's get it out of the way. There you go. That's a pain. All right. That mirror up system is not a fun one. Not a fun spring. So we have a lot of fun here today. Wow. Okay, so first impression is that person was not really big on lubing everything up. There's no grease in here, a rub point. It comes off. Oh my God, no grease on this collar. Looks like almost none on this system here. Wow. So whoever is very frugal with grease, maybe they have some really expensive grease. But wow. And this is kind of how things used to be done way back when. Very minimum grease. I never did, but people always had that theory that if something breaks or wears out, you can always replace it. So I'm going to stop right at this moment, and then we'll get into this thing and we'll take it all apart. All right, and I do that because my video may run out. Okay, we'll stop and come back and get this mechanism apart, and we'll lube things up and check everything else out. All right, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Bye-bye.